Script. On the 15th September 2023, a small town in Oregon was rocked by a sudden disappearance. Marcus Reynolds, a 35-year-old father of two, vanished without a trace. Early that morning, Marcus left home for a hike in the nearby Cascade Mountains. His wife, Lisa, kissed him goodbye, unaware it would be their last interaction. Marcus was an experienced hiker. He knew the trails well. The Cascade Mountains were familiar territory for him. In the past, he had explored their depths, embracing both their beauty and challenges. He often found solace among the trees and hills, the stress of everyday life fading away with each step. When he did not return by nightfall, Lisa grew worried. She called the local authorities early the next morning. The search began almost immediately. Search and rescue teams scoured the rugged terrain. They used helicopters, drones, and search dogs, hoping to locate even the slightest clue. But there was no sign of Marcus. Days turned into weeks. The search area expanded as volunteers joined the effort, driven by a shared hope of finding him. Witnesses began to come forward after the news went viral. One hiker claimed to have seen Marcus on the trail around midday. This sighting gave investigators hope. They focused their efforts on that area, combing through the underbrush and shouting his name. But despite their exhaustive efforts, all searches yielded nothing. As the investigation progressed, police discovered that Marcus had been acting strangely in the weeks leading up to his disappearance. Friends reported that he was preoccupied and often distracted. Lisa noted that he had been withdrawing from family events and spending more time alone. What was happening in his mind? This sudden shift in behavior raised alarm among those who knew him. They began to wonder if something was deeply troubling Marcus. Authorities delved deeper into Marcus's life. They uncovered debts he had been hiding. Bills piled up and financial stress loomed large. Could financial troubles have driven him to leave? Or was there something more sinister at play? The more they learned, the more questions were raised, complicating the narrative of Marcus's life. As rumors spread throughout the community, theories swirling about Marcus's fate multiplied. Some believed he had chosen to disappear, seeking a fresh start away from his responsibilities. Others thought he fell victim to a tragic accident, perhaps slipping and falling in a remote area. Even more chilling were those who speculated about foul play. Was there someone lurking in those mountains who had sinister intentions? The case grew colder. Investigators did not abandon hope, but leads dwindled. 6 months later, a man hiking in the same area discovered a backpack. It contained a water bottle, a jacket with Marcus's initials, and a few personal items. This discovery reignited the investigation. Authorities scrambled to retrace Marcus's steps, hoping the backpack would provide answers. Yet the backpack did not lead to Marcus. Instead, it only raised more questions. Had he intended to return and simply lost his way? Or had something dark happened to him in those unforgiving mountains? Hours turned into days, and still no definitive answers emerged. Each passing moment brought a new layer of despair. As time passed, Lisa held on to hope. She continued to search, refusing to give up on Marcus.
The community rallied around her, keeping his memory alive through vigils and posters. Children drew pictures that adorned local businesses, each one reminding everyone of the man who had disappeared too soon. Yet, the uncertainty weighed heavily on their hearts. Each time Lisa awoke to a new day, the ache of not knowing deepened. Around the same time, Lisa began to analyze Marcus's patterns before every hike. She scrutinized the routes he would take and the gear he would pack. Did he leave any clues behind? Were there any contacts he may have confided in? She combed through social media posts, looking for anything unusual or out of character. For Lisa, each day was a painstaking journey through memory lane, hoping to uncover a thread that could lead her back to her husband. Investigators worked tirelessly as well, following every lead and tip that came in. They interviewed friends, family members, and coworkers. Some spoke of Marcus's recent stressors, while others shared fond memories. These insights painted a complex picture of a man dealing with life's pressures yet still holding on to the love of his family. Amidst this pain, a theory began to take shape that captivated the minds of investigators and the public alike. What if Marcus had encountered someone in the woods that day? What if he had met another hiker who appeared friendly but had ulterior motives? The wilderness, beautiful yet formidable, held secrets that could be best understood through the eyes of those who ventured into it. As months turned into a year, the investigation into Marcus's disappearance grew cold. The the once bustling search efforts faded away, leaving behind only the echoes of unanswered questions. Lisa, however, refused to let people forget Marcus. Every anniversary of his disappearance, she held a vigil in his honor, inviting the community to remember the man who meant so much to them all. On one such anniversary, Lisa shared a heartfelt message about resilience and hope. "He is out there somewhere," she said, her voice steady despite the tears that threatened to spill over. "And until we find him, I will continue to search. I will not let fear win. I will not let despair take root. No matter how long it takes, I will bring my husband home." After 2 long years, an unexpected lead surfaced. A couple on a camping trip reported seeing a man resembling Marcus near a secluded part of the trail. The sighting was vague but sparked renewed interest in the case. Investigators dug deeper into this lead, retracing the couple's steps and interviewing them multiple times. Was it truly Marcus? Had he been living off the grid by choice? The ambiguity surrounding this lead only intensified the mystery. Authorities sifted through evidence from that time. They pored over trail cameras, seeking any footage that might indicate Marcus's presence in that area. The police and volunteers returned to the mountains, combing through the terrain once more. Each search became a double-edged sword, filled with hope, yet burdened with despair. As days rolled into weeks again, without any new findings, the community had begun to lose faith in the possibility of Marcus's return. But Lisa's determination only grew stronger. She started a social media campaign sharing updates on Marcus's case, encouraging discussions and asking people to share anything they might know. The strength of her perseverance rallied many who had once felt hopeless. Today, Marcus Reynolds remains missing. His case, once a local tragedy, now attracts true crime enthusiasts worldwide. Blogs, podcasts, and television shows dissect the timeline of events. Theories abound, yet one question persists. What truly happened to Marcus Reynolds on that fateful day? Where did he go after that last goodbye? As the years pass, the memory of Marcus Reynolds continues to linger in the hearts of those who loved him. Time has not faded the pain of his absence, nor has it silenced the hope of his return. Each day serves as a reminder that while they may not have the answers, the search will always continue. Every whisper of the wind in the Cascade Mountains holds a prayer, for Marcus, for closure, and for the truth that still lies hidden, waiting to be unearthed. This case serves as a chilling reminder of life's uncertainties, proving that some mysteries may never be solved. Yet, as long as the story is told, he will never be forgotten.